Wake up, my dear friend. Come on now. Come back from the land of Nod. There you go. I know it's dark. Take your time. Take deep breaths. There we go. My dearest friend. Don't fret yourself at all. You'll find the inability to move or speak to be but a passing fancy. Just stay right here, just like how you are now. Now, allow me to explain myself a bit. I am certain you're at a loss as to why your dearest friend is monologuing into your tender ears. How long have we been buddies, confidants, friends? 3 years? Yes, I do believe so. I remember meeting you in the park. You sat there with your school bag, looking so bedraggled and lonely, while you wept quietly over that little failed attempt at fitting in, at failing to get the object of your attraction. You looked so sad. And here I came, plopped myself next to you, and shared a gulp of something fiery from my flask. Sure, I seemed older, talked a little pompously, but still, it was clear we shared the same ideals, same tastes in music, same love of horror, same disdain for the status quo. And so we became the best of friends, didn't we? Every day after school and during, we met and hung out and talked. You explained to me your hate of your terrible parents. You told me how they talked down to you, how they treated you like a child, how they imprisoned you with their rules, yet ignored you for what you were. Ignored you for all the terrible strife you felt inside. You told me about all the terrible things done to you by those you were told to trust. The disappointment brought down upon you by the people you so admired in the past, and the unfair isolation you felt from your peers, and your slow-burning rage that you've kept inside and in check. And what did I do for you? I validated your feelings. We talked at great lengths as to why you were right to feel seething hatred. I nurtured those daytime fantasies of watching them crawling on their bellies, crying for your help, of watching them burn along with the wretched town in fiery holocausts. Didn't I? And why wouldn't I? I was your dearest friend. That's it. Breathe calmly. In and out. No need to panic. You are with your best and only friend. Why, even your parents approved of me, didn't they? Despite how terrible they were, they did at least want you to have a friend. And why wouldn't they want me to be a good influence on you? I mean, I practically knew the Bible back and forth, which apparently is a big seller with parental dopes. Soon enough, the darkness will lift, and I will let you go. You would sneak out at night, and we would hang out on the roof of the school's gym, just talking, I'd sit and watch you write in your journal. So introspective, by the way. You never discussed me, though. I should feel hurt, but I don't. I'm glad you never did. We talked under those stars about a wide range of things. Philosophy, chemistry, religion, biology, ends of the world, etc., etc., etc. I filled your head with so many delightful things. Oh, how eager your little mind was to take in every bit of knowledge I had to give you. Oh, how delightful it was to see someone just absorb my ideas and assimilate them as their own. You verbally lashed out to your parents, all sulked or brooded like your stereotype insists. You grew so angry as to insult everyone under your breath, realizing that everyone around you, not just the school's high society, but everyone, was an idiot. Everyone was nowhere near your level of comprehension of the world. Oh, such pride. You looked down on everyone, except me, of course. I fed you everything you wanted. I gave you every little significant morsel you so craved. And now, it's time for me to harvest all this effort and work. Let me ask you something. Did you ever wonder why I looked so young, yet knew so much? Yes, your mind is thinking that there is a myriad of creatures I could consider myself a part of. I'm sure one or two of them might actually fit the bill. But this doesn't mean I'm going to reveal what I am to you. Partly because it doesn't matter to you anymore, but mostly because I know it will be a small little denial to add upon your suffering. But I will say that I have used my time wisely as to learn much about the ins and outs of certain arts and sciences. A few examples of which we talked at great lengths on that rooftop. Do you hear that, by the by? The wind, the chill. You can guess where we are, can't you? Don't worry, no one can see us. At least, not yet. Now then, let me explain this to you. I needed someone like you. Not you, in specific. Any angst-riddled sop who spits in the face of the gift of life that was given to him by wallowing in their own self-pity. Anyone like that would have done well enough. You are just the lucky one. I needed to cause a very large amount of death in a large area, in a largely viewed place, with a largely dramatic flair. That last part is mainly for my own preference. Now then, you may be wondering why you can't see anything. You may be wondering why you can't talk. We'll get to that soon enough. But let's go over you, wondering what your parents will be thinking right now. Well, based on the trail I left them, they will be thinking that you're a maniac. An intelligent one, of course, but a maniac nonetheless. You see, I needed to spend that time with you in order to cultivate the angry facade. I needed to learn your handwriting so that I could forge documents and diaries in your name. I needed to learn your handwriting so that I could forge documents and diaries in your name. I needed your parents to trust me enough to allow me inside your home, where I could plant rudimentary experiments with a variety of household and easy-to-obtain chemicals and explosives. Is it all gestating in your brain yet? The variety of chemicals your parents are discovering you experimented with as we speak is an extremely corrosive and aggressive mixture. But when it comes into contact with human flesh, it burns and corrodes the soft tissue, oh so quickly. You called it, well, technically I called it 1412Z. And the best part is that it can be delivered with a simply easy-made bomb. In a wonderful gas state, I might add. And it's a pity some of it got onto you so quickly, melting your eyes, melting your tongue. You had to know before you threw yourself off this roof, once the bell to let out the class rang. Everyone will get to see you explode into fragments of crimson sloppy wet chunks, which I'm sure will kill a few initially. But then gas will spread into your school's yard, into the ventilation system. Oh, it will deliver it everywhere, killing so many people. And they will watch their own suffering as their eyes consume themselves while they see. They'll scream for help as their tongues consume themselves as they still speak. And they will wallow in agony as every bit of their flesh consumes itself while they still feel it. I've left a trail of breadcrumbs so that it is implicated to you. You who so hate the world. You who so hate everyone at this school. You who brooded and sulked in the corner. And everyone will think none the wiser. I'm sure they'll blame it on video games or some other misplaced idiocy. And I will leave enough circumstantial evidence that I was consumed as well, just to ensure no half-wit attempts to follow my tracks. Oh, I can tell by your expression that you want to know why. Why so much chaos, death, and pain brought upon those people? What did they ever do to me? What can be done to save everybody? Nothing, my dearest companion. The truth of the matter is, this has nothing to do with their deaths, and everything to do with the media coverage. You see, well, I guess you couldn't see. I'm not doing this because of some trifle, some psychotic need to sow chaos, but because I need a distraction from what we are really doing. This school is just lucky. Now then. That's the bell. Farewell, my dearest friend.